It's a very special show. It's the big show before the Warped Tour kickoff. Everybody's all excited. We got the man of the hour, P. Accurate. He's going to be doing it big, getting all those new fans, promoting heavy on the Warped Tour. And we're going to be coming right back with the man himself. But before that, we're going to prime you with a song. This one's called 1 Minute. And we're coming right back on the Indie Power Hour with the man himself, P. Accurate, in the studio right here. Check his music out. Indie Power Radio.
It's what that thing
LAW, precisely accurate. West Coast, crooked eye. Yeah, don't stop. The West Coast body on the 62nd. Yeah, don't stop. West Coast. Picture me rolling on E and I ain't talking no gas. Eyes dilated like a black hole full of mass. It's astronomical, the impact we make on the globe. It's so dramatic, fusing cast iron to the top of the stove. Every movement I make, I'm calculating my steps, so I'm surviving. Instead of counting down on my death while niggas hating, I'm debating on what's better for mine and trying to climb while thinking ahead with a better in mind. It's no surprise, as I devise these accurate rhymes, you start to pale in comparison, shrivel in size. We ain't competing, pay attention, competition for suckers. We keep it raw, just like my nigga Law and his brother. Rest in peace. Y'all niggas really don't know the half about the blue and white spot and all the ciphers we had. But that's in the past. Now we looking forward to the future. There's no time to waste 60 seconds on excuses. It's useless. Just like your microphone when you rhyme. Ain't saying nothing, just posing like a ventriloquist mind. It's time to decide. But set your punk ass to the side before I design a Rolex from the bone to your spine.
The West okay. Can you get that real West Coast all day? It's California nigga on mine. So you motherfuckers steady running out of time. Couple niggas is on the front line. Frontin' ass niggas, but shit, it's all fine. Shit, it's real West. It's authentic, and you can get this real West in 1 minute.
I shake the 360 back to 11.25. Skills natural, but they swear that's genetically modified. I'm a guy with a race, memories of homicides. While I pride and request air beat for the sign of time. Kinetically, energy's the most high. Filling me for the assembly. Bar symmetry, balance chemically. You aching me, claim to be the top pedigree. You better be, but when graded, obtaining a letter ahead of E. I centipede to 7 C's till I'm 70 with 10 degrees of fighting techniques. Me and my pen achieve. Clothing's the holding, the punching, century, the trinity. With weekend physical with all obscenities. Violence and sophistry through your autobiography. My quality of biotechnology, wreck colonies. Mr. Dolly shoulders for hip hop. Y'all can count on me when the battles have challenged me and get swept silently. It ain't about Julie's and drooling over you booty those. Truly though, I'm in the studios, booth cubicle, taking your breath, break you through the faces of death, and make you fly back like you had a cape on your chest.
With the West okay. Can you get that real West Coast all day? It's California nigga on mine. So you motherfuckers steady running out of time. Couple niggas is on the front line. Frontin' ass niggas, but shit, it's all fine. Shit, it's real West. It's authentic, and you can get this real West in 1 minute.
You wanna dance with a crook? That's my only question. Your 2 left feet, I mean you're stepping in the wrong direction. And I hope it's best protects him. I'm serious as satellite radio, I'ma X him. Beware when I pull up. Raise both arms like I'm preparing for pull-ups. Make you shit a brick, you should be wearing some pull-ups. Diaper on that ass, are you aware that you're now wearing what you are full of? Daddy-o, I murder ya. Shoot up your porch like I'm mad at your patio furniture. Shoot with no remorse. And I don't fuck with whack rappers who yappity-yapping. If I did, the track had to be slapping. For the fact that that actually happens, cause the spazzing is absent. You should gradually graduate from rapping to snapping. Then I might respect your flow. Yeah, yes man won't, but I'ma let you know I stay honest. Your flow is on some sanitation shit, straight garbage. You should really dig in your pocket and pay homage. The block is loving me, stop your fuckery. The only rapper better than me, just drop recovery, motherfucker.
The West okay. Can you get that real West Coast all day? It's California nigga on mine. So you motherfuckers steady running out of time. Couple niggas is on the front line. Frontin' ass niggas, but shit, it's all fine. Shit, it's real West. Yes, authentic, and you can get this real West in 1 minute. Chill.
That is 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's from P. Accurate. He's live in the studio with us right here on Indie Power Radio. What's up, P?
What's going on with you, Jay?
Man, it's good to have you in the house. I
Good to
know
be
it's
here.
going. Yeah, man, it's going to be a big week. We are getting ready for the Warp Tour, all that great stuff.
Most
We're going to be going through another 6 songs. Tell us about the name of the album, the whole concept you have for this record.
No doubt. Well, the name of the album is Difference of Opinion. And I basically came up with that because of the way I feel like people have been portraying hip hop in more of a competitive format as opposed to like expressing it artistically. And I feel like it's my difference of opinion how people been going about doing that. So I just want to bring more attention to being artistic with the music and not just being so I'm this, I'm that, blah blah blah, whoop-de-whoop. Like, nah, let's keep it creative. That's what music's for.
Yeah, you know, music is a great expression. It can make you feel good, make you want to party, make you feel reflective. There's so many different sides of it. And it's always a shame, like I say, when people want to generalize.
Yeah.
All hip hop's bad or all this is good or these people are, you know, negative. When really I think there's all of that within each one of us. It's just what you tend to focus on if you
Right.
want to be generally a positive person or a
Right.
negative person. So I think that's really key. Now let's talk about growing up. I understand you're from South Central LA.
Yes, I am.
What part specifically?
I'm from let's say South Central, Vernon and San Pedro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not too far from USC.
Right.
You know, King Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Trojans in
Yeah.
in your past. I still go down and check out those games. There's nothing like a Saturday in the fall to
Right.
walk through the USC campus with all the fraternities, sororities, and go to the Coliseum. The Coliseum feels like it's 150 years old.
Don't it?
Man, you expect to see like the Roman chariots and the lions come out.
Yeah, you call
You
it.
know, they light the torch. Of course, they had the Olympics there in '84. It's just there's nothing like that. You know, the tradition of the schools, of course, the rivalry with UCLA and Notre Dame
Mhm.
and all that. It's a really special part, you know,
Yeah.
of Los Angeles. But obviously surrounded by some pretty rough neighborhoods.
Oh
there,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it, you know, hopefully we'll get an NFL team back here somewhere. I don't know if they're going to Coliseum, but sounds like Carson or Inglewood.
Right? Yeah.
You know, I think that spot next to the Forum is perfect, man. Get that stadium built. Let's get the modern day gladiators out there on a Sunday.
No doubt.
But so growing up, how did you start getting involved in music? Who were your heroes, or who was around you that started to give you an opportunity to write and vocalize yourself?
I would say honestly, before I even began to take it serious, my cousin, he was the one that was the big MC in the family. I had no idea about it. I just thought he was crazy because he'd always rap to me, and I was like, man, stop doing that. What you doing? But no, my cousin Von Zell, they called him Vicious V. He was on it, so I saw how serious he was about it, and I think at some point as I got older, around like my late teens, 17, I ran into Law and all of his folks, and I saw how they was doing hip hop, and it blew my mind. I was like, okay, this is real hip hop right here. And that's what really made me want to get serious about it, impress these guys, because I knew how dope they were. And I was like, shoot, if I can show that I'm trying hard and I'm taking their tutelage, man, I could really blow up. I could actually do something with this. So I decided to get real about it, and that's what it was for me.
Sure. Now, how did that nucleus of creative people, how did that operate? There was like a studio and a producer and people took their turns
I wish.
MCing, or how was that creative process in that group?
On the east side, what it was at Law's house, his mom's house, that we called it the blue and white spot. And that was pretty much the mecca, the epicenter for all the MCs in the area. If you go there, you was either chopping heads off or getting your head chopped off. And that's what I grew up in. I was like, whoa, these dudes is serious. Like, okay, ain't no joke. The ciphers was like long lasting, hours long sessions. Dudes is sweating up in there, like really trying to just kill it. And I just took to it immediately. I'm like, okay, this is where I got to be. This is the standard. And I ain't finna come no less than this. So, yeah.
So they immediately raised your bar.
Definitely.
And then creatively within the mix, you're saying everybody kind of kept raising the bar.
Oh yeah.
So if you were going to try and stand out, you had to be on top of your game.
You called it. That was it. Yeah.
Wow. So at what age did you feel like you really had something to say? You know, besides the cipher, this is something you had songs that need to be recorded and be shared.
I'd say probably in my mid-20s, because then I started recording, and then I started getting more serious into employment and all that stuff. Hip hop was just something I was doing because I felt like I was good at it. But then you get older, you got to start generating income. So when I started being serious about work, that I kind of like laid back a little bit. But then as of around like 2011, 12, Law was like, man, let's get on this. Like, I knew you was doing your thing back in the day, but now it's time to really do the real push. And that's where we going from now on. So I say about, my mid-20s, that's when I was like, okay, let's get real.
Okay, great. Well, I know we're featuring several songs from your new upcoming album. We're about to get into Sicker Than Your Average and Sentimental Reason. Tell us a little bit about Sicker Than Your Average. What's that all about, and what do you hope people get out of that?
No doubt. Well, Sicker Than Your Average, that's the debut single off the album, Difference of Opinion. That's produced by multi-Grammy Award winning producer S1, Symbolic One. And when Law tossed me the track, I was like, whoa, this is West Coast banger. Like, oh, I got to get all over this. So, yeah, that came out. I was like, no doubt, I'm about to kill this with everything I got. So I went hard on that one. And then Sentimental Reasons also, it just had that vibe to it. It had that nice melodic vibe, that hip-hop tone that I wanted to express, like what I've been going through in my life and how I'm transitioning and all that stuff. So I wanted to do a track that had real meaning as far as what I'm going through as an artist.
Well, it's amazing to see the evolution, of really becoming a master of your craft, and then surrounding yourselves with more people that can take what you do to the next level.
No doubt.
And S1 is no joke. You know him from Power with Kanye and Beyonce and all that great stuff. We got mad respect for S1.
Right.
So without further ado, this is Sicker Than Your Average. This is P. Accurate from his album coming up. And we're coming back right after these two songs with more from the man himself. This is the Indie Power Hour.
Sicker than your average.
The mic controller, performing his art, precisely accurate, sharp to the point like a dart. Open your heart, you're finished and begin to diminish like old fruit in the yard with no need to replenish. I'm crowding the clinics like epidemics, spreading the venom, infecting unborn babies like a rotten placenta. It's hard to remember a man unless the man is a winner. In that case, he get the red carpet from thick ass gingers. My niggas relate. You wise try to size and debate. I'll bet you conclude that thick bitches make niggas go wait. So open the crate, DJs spin for the west. I'm coming through like some bullets sliding straight to your chest. Exit the back when you hear the boom bit to the back. If you can't adapt with my grip around your neck till it snap. I'm setting the trap and it's rigged. You won't believe what it did. It'll leave your eyes wide like some meat hooks to your lids.
Sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average. Sicker than your 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 average. Sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average. Sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your.
I'm like Bob Backlund with back-breaking raps that'll tackle you and damage you as if a bomb was surgically attached to you. Mastering ceremonies, joking like a Mahoney, announcing the winner for the category of niggas who phony. It's time to give your ass a Tony for trying to act all hard. Slice your ass up into halves like a maxed out car. You insufficient with the flow, exposed, everyone know it's no comparison. Like amateurs versus the pros. You need to get out your seat like someone stepped to your feet. This is something different, actual definition unique. You stuck in the sink and I'm finished without crossing the line. Open the blinds and you'll find the last moments of time. Cause I'm the man who's hatching a plan to get him some grands and doing it dastardly
by drastically increasing the amount of blood needed for the masterpiece. You had your chance to get it, I got it, so now I give it, and did it completely different without invoking the spirits, cause I'm
sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average, sicker than your 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 average, sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average, sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your.
It's hard to believe I'm 30 something and got a degree. Like chemically now I'm balanced with the talent of 3 personalities that miscommunicate all the time. I try to gather them together, but they never combine. So I just roll with the punches, grab the bull by the horns, and keep on mic checking niggas like a ninja with sword. My third eye open and scoping all the demons that lurk. I'm sicker than your average, snatch your lungs right through your shirt. Going berserk, maniac, cannonball on the loose. I hit your ass so hard I knock the shingles off of your roof. Chimney collapse when I drop like dirt for your naps. So give me my props like they do for niggas bridging the gap. There's no mistaking that I'm replacing every single one of you whack MCs and actively deactivating any candidates after me. The tragedy continues like I'm out on the spree in competition with myself. It's like who's sicker than me?
Sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average, sicker than your 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 average, sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average, sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your sicker than your average.
Yeah, it's P. Accurate from his upcoming album, Sicker Than Your Average. This one's called Sentimental Reason. We're coming right back with the man right after this with more insights behind the music. P. Accurate live on Indie Power Hour.
Was hard to ignore the feeling of another life in my past. Reaching out for my attention, but I'm moving too fast to take a second, receive the message, to give it a thought. Cause I'm in the position either succeed or get caught in the act of fucking up. Guess what? That's not an option. Living out my 30s, ain't worried about the nonsense. My conscience transformed into a compass, directing me to bear witness to what I'll accomplish. I'm well prepared like an Eagle Scout to persevere under merit, set a goal and declare it to weed the evil out. Like a priest, but the man ain't Catholic. Yet I'm always reaching for the you can't touch this classic. Something that you never forget, that's what I meant. This a time capsule flow, that lady you get, and that might only have a meaning to me. What you believe can just simply be a reason to be. Like to achieve and proceed in society's race to get a place where the Joneses is always winning, no matter the pace. I melted the gate to a black flame, heat on my rhymes. Now you can decide if you gon' use the tools to abide. The rules to this game weren't made. You do what makes sense to you, otherwise you being a fool. Like someone fake on a quest for the truth, they'll never get it, what's the use? I'm learning to thrive with nothing to hide, so my art will survive. And hopefully encourage the youth. I do this for me and those who believe I'm where I'm needed to be. I feel like I represent the temperament of every MC. And as I write down my thoughts, analyzing the pad, I make sure my words superb, then emerge from the lab. Like I've been building an entire Frankenstein made of rhymes, and others fail cause their inventory undersupplied. Who am I? Another rapper, sharp and a different dapper. Actually, Mr. Accurate, passionate like an actor. After the curtains drawn, catalog on my songs to verify that all my rhymes are right where they belong. In the files on the classic, that's their only destination. Every time I rhyme, I represent the reputation of proper microphone strangulation and moving the crowd out of control like a herd of buffalo from the front through the upper row. I let anyone know that it's not about a competition when it comes to rhyming. I made that decision. You do what makes sense to you, otherwise you being a fool. Like someone fake on a quest for the truth, they'll never get it, what's the use? I'm learning to thrive with nothing to hide, so my art will survive. And hopefully encourage the youth. If you're doing what's true to you and not what others would do, that would suggest you got more knowledge of yourself than a group of individuals who simply playing follow the leader. Bunch of underachievers like students in need of a teacher, desperately seeking in the dark with no signal or beacon. I'm intentionally speaking like the info Snowden been leaking, and I'm reaching for more, trying to cover ground like a chase between two predatory rivals with no sign of escape. The cycle of life designed with a catch-22, and only those who understand learn to exit the loop. The ones that didn't find their neck in the noose, like hey man, and then become an example of not having a game plan. Expanding my horizon like drawing a background to reflect the day of peace and no sign of a black cloud. That's how I feel inside my reply to all the madness, to intertwine the moral fiber with the social fabric, avoid living tragic. You do what makes sense to you, otherwise you being a fool. like someone fake on a quest for the truth. They'll never get it, what's the use? I'm learning to thrive with nothing to hide, so my art will survive and hopefully encourage the youth.
As sentimental reasons, that is P Accurate. He's live on the Indie Power Hour radio network. He is flexing his Indie Power right now, getting ready for some big stuff. He is appearing in that brand new XXL Freshman of the Year issue about to drop. That's going to be what everybody's waiting for. The big summer issue of the biggest urban publication in the world. Check out P Accurate in all his glory in XXL. And so many great songs on this album. Now, how many different producers did you work with? We know S1 was on 3 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
How many other producers collaborated with you on this?
You know, off the top, I believe I'm gonna say either 3 or 4, but definitely 3. I know it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Besides S1, 3 others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you look for, in a possible producer collaboration? Obviously, the vibe is
Definitely
so important, but what are some of the other characteristics you look for?
Just someone that complements my style, that's capturing the vibe that I'm going for, the mood that I want to present. Just someone who's really on the ball. That really can translate what I'm trying to put forth.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I equate a lot of things to either sports analogy, politics, or military,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a coach that can bring out the best in a player.
Definitely.
Players can excel in their own little world, but to put them together and run plays and everything to maximize that chemistry of all the talents involved.
Right.
It's a very special, talent, and that's what is a very important trait of winners.
Yeah.
But like you say, there's beat makers and then there's producers,
Right.
people that really get involved.
Right.
They try to not so much put their stamp on you,
Right.
but basically bring out the best in you. Because really, when you think of the great producers, they don't just have a sound.
Exactly.
There's a multitude of flavors in their, in their little cookbook there.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I know we're going to be playing coming up. We've got Unlimited Potential and Control Freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about those songs and what they mean to you.
No doubt. Let's see. Unlimited Potential, that was produced by Clockwise. He's a in-house producer for Checkmate Records Inc. That's the label.
Mm-hmm.
That Law, he's the founder of that label mate. That's the man right there. Unlimited Potential was something that, again, it was on a vibe of sentimental reasons, but probably even more deeper. So I was like, I think I could really get into like the emotional aspect of the message that I was trying to drive. So that was something that I really wanted people to know, that I'm trying to get deep on y'all. I don't want to just seem like some shallow artist. I got something to say.
So important, we're seeing obviously breakouts like Kendrick Lamar,
right.
Who, is to me an artist.
Definitely.
There's rappers and there's wannabes and then you see somebody like him who just is not following anybody.
Oh yeah.
He's doing his own thing. He doesn't care what critics or what people think he should be doing or this and that, and people want to start all these little beefs that he didn't even have in his mind just because he makes a bold statement as
right.
an artist.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see that, to watch the evolution and to come out of a city like Los Angeles that is so much pressure, but then doing his own thing.
Yeah.
So, man, we love that in you, that you're really developing in all the right ways, from your collaborative partners to your subject matter.
Right.
And, we all want to have a good time, but we all can't party 24/7.
Nah.
At some point, you need to recharge the batteries. You need to feed your soul.
Exactly.
You need to educate.
Yeah.
And we need to inspire.
Exactly.
Because going through life just partying and drinking, man, that's a one-way ticket to an early grave.
You called it.
And I see so many examples, and you would think that more people would be aware of the history of people that don't find that balance.
Exactly.
Because the yin and the yang is what makes the wheel go round,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so tragic to see people believe the hype or some fantasy world.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Were there any other mentors who we haven't talked about, or any other artists besides like a Kendrick that inspire you to, chart your own course?
Definitely. I would say Black Thought from the Roots. Definitely. Like when I caught a hold of him, I was like, oh, this dude, magnificent. What? Like, yeah, that's the model right there. Who else? Like Mos Def, Talib, the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Without Kaiser Soze. Who else? Andre 3000. Like definite. I would say slept on MC. I mean, of course, everybody knows who he is, but lyrically, like, come on, you can't pass him up at all. Like, killer. So it was cats like that was really making me like understand how when you want to mold your craft into something that people can identify with, you want to come off like that.
Sure. Very, very important stuff. So we're about to get into Unlimited Potential. This is from the forthcoming album, Up Be Accurate. Title again is?
Difference of Opinion.
Difference of Opinion. Can't wait for that. So Unlimited Potential into Control Freaks. 2 more songs for you right here, exclusively world premiering on the Indie Power Hour. Take it away.
Tough, that's not enough when confronting someone calling you bluff. Too many people like to exercise their Second Amendment more than themselves when offended with no alternate ending. I told my girl the other day the Constitution antiquated. Essential as it is, it just needs to be updated to reflect our contemporary state of affairs. Here's a solution, incorporate the exclusion of fear. Use your words to get your point across. Before you soon figure out you about to start blacking out from all the blood you lost. So hold the phone, realize you're not alone. Have respect and watch your step. The life you say could be your own. From me to you, I know that ain't nothing new. At least the message that I'm sending through is based on the truth. Unlike some other guys fabricating rhymes all the time, obsessed with competition as if that's our artist define. It makes me sick to my stomach, we digesting this rubbish. The industry's force feeding to the general public. Atop of the summit, they peak on the mountain of lies, where they decide who will succeed and the rest of the night. A fighting chance to advance through the ranks. Who will you think? Like that artist at the podium, drawing a blank, a waste of design. Scribble in them frivolous lines. I'm reality checking niggas like ridiculous fines. I get deeper than a shipwreck, expressing my mind. Otherwise, I'll be another shallow nigga. Besides, I got perspective. I know exactly when I'll arrive. I'm synchronized with the schedule, not based on your time. I'm hard to define, but equally refined like an anomaly. Possibly construct a new form of hip-hop philosophy to even out the scale between the wealth and all the poverty. Until it's obvious, we construct what we think logically. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental that the world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Like a pool ball wound in a soccer, astronauts in a fuselage strapped in a box. We push ourselves to the limits, neglecting a second thought whether or not if we should do it or what we've been taught. Well, here's another option regarding how to mount an offense. React defensive in the midst of any pretentious nonsense. You know the struggle whenever you're forced to deal with conflict. Hold your ground or hide like pubic hair inside an armpit. If you concerned and truer words were never spoken, I think we all succeed when we leaving our minds open. Could be the difference between knowing and not knowing. They've been cheating in this game since the wind started blowing. So load up on your mental ammunition and make a decision. You've been informed of the oncoming storm, now you should listen. Stay wise, don't believe the disguise. They know for rocking is tailor-made by deception and unlimited copies. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental. The world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential. Could be ironic, but it's not coincidental that the world's kinetic and filled with unlimited potential.
That's Unlimited Potential from P. Accurate from his forthcoming album, Difference of Opinion. You definitely want to be checking this brother out. Brand new Double XL Warped Tour coming up. This one is called Control Freaks, right here on IndiePower Radio. Go to IndiePower.com for more to hook up.
Wait a minute.
More with P. Accurate coming right up.
Out of control.
Bout it.
Out of control, yo.
Control freaks.
Control. Word.
Control freaks.
Control. Freak, yo.
Just one more time.
Yo. Give a person an inch, they take a mile. Take advantage of the power you give them and go wild. I seen it and I heard it before. Bloodsuckers of the poor, roadblock at every door. Watching every move that we make, it's a game of give and take in these police states. The law infiltrate, dictate, send a brother upstate. Got a grudge with a judge for a court case. Abusing your authority, that's the priority. Society sounding like sororities. Beta, dictator, Kappa Phi, side wide. You look at me with an evil eye and rule with an iron fist. You hearing this? Bump this. Nah, time is up. Fuck this.
Check it out.
Break free from the chains. We control our fame, our name, our aim. Yo.
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Control.
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Just one more time.
This is no joke. Control. You can't control me, so don't even try. It's only obvious to some. Glad I'm one of the wise who realize when it's time to make moves and decide. Like parkour, I'm overtaking obstacles on the fly without any strings on my back or the special effects. I come through like I flew off the top of the steps while I'm planking in the air and heading straight for your neck. Cause anything less, you're bound to forget. I'll never accept any nigga attempting to dictate what his mind or get pushed to the side like wind through a chime. Cause I'm the nigga you always figured and knew we would find. This moment to own it instead of being homeless and dying. I read through the lines, between them was a series of signs informing me to be aware of all the dangers that hide. Like them niggas forming opinions they ain't no one to have, thinking they know what's better for you while they blocking your path. Them motherfuckers just some
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Control.
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Just one more time.
This is no joke. Control.
Power, the most addictive drug it'll ever be. One dose addictive for many, the buzz heavenly. Need that fix to feed that beast within, by any means, at any cost for the pedigree. Sons of savages, ravaging, monopolizing corner markets throughout the metropolis. Collateral damages, their hand is in the pot, like an octopus feeding my people pieces of a dream like finger sandwiches. College degrees with Mickey D's salaries. Dollar menus and triple cheese calories. Forced hands flipping keys, feeding families, or reporting to a control fleet leading these fallacies. Conditioned and limited within the wicked system. I sip the gorilla out, especially when the liquor's missing. Loving hip hop, got these chickens tripping. Not just a thug getting guap, I'm on to get the mention. Them bitches is
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Control.
Control freaks. Control freaks.
Control. Just one more time.
This is no joke. Control.
That's Control Freaks right there from P. Accurate. That album, Difference of Opinion. Coming soon. Before that, Unlimited Potential. Great music. Now, who produced Control Freaks?
Let me see who produced Control Freaks. That would be, I'm gonna say that's Clockwise. Yeah, Clockwise
Okay.
did that one too. Clockwise did Unlimited Potential, Sentimental Reasons, Control Freaks, and this other joint, Natural. That I might not get into that one tonight. Today, but you when you cop the album, you'll see what's going on with
Okay.
that.
And,
Dope joint.
and what is it about Clockwise that clicks and makes a great teammate?
You know what? Law introduced me to him as far as production and stuff, and it just clicked. That's all. Just not too much alchemy to put on there. It was just done. I'm like, yeah, I like what he's doing. I want to be a part of that. So yeah, I was just really digging his work.
That's amazing stuff. So now I know it's important as an artist to always be, pushing the envelope. Always be coming up with like new things to push the envelope,
True.
to try new eras,
True.
or open up new doors. What stimulates you to always be wanting to, try new things, not repeat yourself?
Got you. For me, I just want to be relevant, and relevance is key if you're gonna be an artist. You can't be out there. I understand doing your own thing. That's good to make your own brand, your identity. But if people ain't feeling it because it's not what's with the times, or it's just not something that people are checking for, they're not gonna check for it. So I just want to be. I'm definitely stay true to me, and not to be trendy or nothing like that, because trends are temporary. I definitely want to produce classics, but stay in the lane of relevancy.
So important. It's exciting. It's like learning how to play an instrument
Yeah.
and then realizing there's other ways to strum it or plug it, or
Yeah, it is.
all of that. It's just, I think, so important for artists or anyone that's creative to stay humble and hungry.
Right,
You
right,
know,
exactly.
I always see these young guys that get real cocky real fast just because
Mhm.
they like the sound coming off the microphone or something,
Mhm.
and they kind of get too high on themselves, and they don't understand that there's millions of those
Yeah,
closet rappers or whatever you want to call them. But to get out there and be a true artist and to be constantly trying new collaborations, pushing the envelope, and reaching new people in new ways.
true.
Because fans today, they're bombarded by so much stimuli. They really look for something that's different
Right.
and something that's truth,
Yeah.
and they can smell if it's just whipped together
Right.
and forced down their throats, or if it's like, wow, there's something
Lot of
going
thought.
on here. There's a
Mhm.
fire burning. And I
Mhm. Exactly.
don't really know. Hopefully, they don't know all sides of it. You want to keep them guessing a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's really important in what I'm hearing, in your music, that the next album is going to be reaching some other areas than this album.
I believe so.
Yeah. So now, how many total tracks you going to have on this album?
I'd say 12 to 13
Okay. 12 to 13 tracks. And when are we looking at the potential release? What are we aiming for?
this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So probably in the fall?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Later on this year.
Wow. That is amazing stuff. Difference of opinion says it all. You're really doing different stuff. Now, obviously, this is a really big week because we're
Mhm.
kicking off the Warp Tour.
Right.
You're in the XXL Freshman of the Year issue.
True.
It's going to be on every newsstand, every grocery store, magazine
Can't
rack,
wait.
on the planet. And now we've got the big Warp Tour.
Right.
Warp
right.
Tour is known all over the world.
Yeah.
There's like 15, 20,000 very active music fans every day at the tour. And I understand this year you're going to be doing a lot of promotion to reach the
Yeah,
fans.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing a lot of meet and greets. You're going to be mixing with the fans, meeting a lot of the other artists. It might be some impromptu freestyles here, some autograph signs here, all sorts of stuff in the mix.
Yeah.
But what a legacy. I mean, when you look at the Warp Tour
Yeah.
and all the amazing artists, I mean, even Eminem was a part of it
Yeah.
coming up, and so many cutting edge, artists. I think a lot of, hip hop artists get stuck in a box. They think everything has got to be one flavor, one color, one style, one
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-mm.
And when you really look at the Kendricks, when you look at the Talibs,
Mhm.
you look at the Kanyes, you look at, these people, the
Mhm.
Jay-Z's that have really now reached so many different types of people. It really comes down to good music,
Yeah, definitely.
and there's so few hip hop tours these days. I see Wiz Khalifa going out with Fall Out Boy this summer.
Right,
You know,
right.
I mean, you got to think outside the box.
Exactly.
You can't sit there and wait and try and be the 18th opening act on the next Young Jeezy tour.
That's
You know
not gonna
what
cut
I mean?
it.
That ain't happening. But to be able to go out and start to mix with that very vibrant audience,
Mm-hmm.
and I know next year there's going to be more performances on the
Yeah.
Warped Tour for you, a lot that. But you're planting the seeds.
Definitely.
You're getting your word out. You're getting your website. You're getting the tracks out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're mixing. There's a lot of press and media,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of bloggers on the Warped Tour. You know, what does that mean to you to be able to go out and start what I call planting seeds?
Right. Yeah, it's important to get your Johnny Appleseed on, because this is how people are going to see me grow. This is how people are going to see me doing my thing, conducting myself as an artist, reaching out to fans, politicking and networking and spreading the brand, and basically spreading the word and the message that I'm trying to spread on the album. So, yeah, I got to reflect myself as an artist in the booth as I am out of the booth. So it's very important that I get these opportunities and I capitalize on them. And you know what? I really understand that the music that I'm making, kids are going to be listening to it. And that's another reason why I'm not just trying to be out there putting out some blah, blah, blah stuff. Like, no, I want you to, if you're going to listen to my music, I want you to be influenced and be motivated. Like, oh, snap, that was dope. I didn't even know I felt like rapping, but now I do. Like, I want it to be like that. So it's key to be out there like that to reach everybody.
Sure. And these days, I tell people you might as well consider yourself running for president, because you know you got to be out there
Yeah.
shaking hands,
Yeah.
kissing babies,
Yeah.
signing some stuff, guesting on this.
Right.
You got to be hungry and humble, and just be out there, like we say, winning votes.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people can get music for free, but for them to really come in and support what you do,
Right.
get a ticket to a future show, maybe buy a T-shirt or something,
Mhm.
you really want to be letting them know that you want their vote.
Right.
You were out there campaigning for them. You have something to say, and you're not afraid of getting to the masses.
True.
And, you know, I've worked with some legendary groups from hip hop to rock and all that over the years. But, you know, one of my proud moments was helping launch U2 to the world.
Wow.
And when they came out, they told their booking agent, just put us on the bill with anybody. We don't care. We want to work. And their whole idea was, if they're in an arena and there's 15,000 people, even if they only reach 1, 2, 5% of the audience, that's bigger than a club they would be doing on their own.
True.
And the next thing they know, they put on such a powerful performance that people started talking. Maybe they went there to see some other act, but they're like, man, who are those guys? You know,
Right.
they could tell that the passion was flowing, and they wanted their votes.
Right.
And before you knew it, they became the arena superstars in the, you know, one of the biggest groups of history. And they weren't the world's greatest musicians. They didn't come from rich families, or their father was a hit producer or artist. It was four guys in a garage in Dublin, Ireland. I mean, how much more can you have against you to become like the elite, you know,
Exactly.
Hollywood and Manhattan, you know? But it was the mindset, and we see that with Kendrick, we see it with Tech Nine, we see it with so many of these guys, that they're just like on such a roll that they're not worried about dumbing what they do down to try and attract a few more people.
Right.
They want to be blazing a trail where eventually people are like, wow, I thought he was crazy when I first heard him, but now look, he's making moves, he's winning votes. Now he's on that Warped Tour stage over here. Now he's over here at Lollapalooza. Now he's over here, you know, more radio station events and things like that, you know. It's really about showing the people what they have and getting out there and getting busy. You know, I've seen it so much over the years, and there are some great hip-hop artists out there on the Warped Tour. You know, Riff Raff's out there, and Kosha Dales and MC Lars. There's some people out there, you know. But the fact that it's not just hip-hop is actually to your advantage, because these young music fans are very active. They're involved in social media. They go to a lot of shows. You know, they love hip-hop and EDM and rock and alternative music. And, you know, those are loyal fans, because if they like what you do, they stick with you,
Right.
as opposed to just a hip hop audience that's
Exactly.
just kind of fickle, or they like you today, but they're looking for the next MC tomorrow, or to each their own. But I encourage and embrace what you're doing, and
Thank
we
you.
can't wait to see you Friday out there in Pomona for the big LA kickoff. And I'm hoping, what are some of the other cities you're going to make it to?
Oh man, we so many cities. We were talking about, let's see, Kansas City,
Okay.
Oklahoma, New York City,
Yeah.
just the United States circuit. We were just gonna
Oh,
try
yeah.
to circle the perimeter.
San Francisco and Houston
Yeah.
and Chicago and
Exactly,
Detroit,
yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah, there's some great cities out there, and there's a camaraderie on the Warped Tour that I haven't seen elsewhere. Besides the fact there is just so much going on, it's like a traveling circus.
Right.
But the camaraderie, so many bands have now made friends with this band.
Right.
And they got picked up on that tour, and these guys, now are collaborating on that track, and it's a vibrant kind of thing. They have a phrase on the Warped Tour. They say no room for rock stars. So if you got that funky attitude,
Right.
think you're better than everybody else,
Oh yeah, nah. It's not gonna work.
just stay out. Don't even come through the gate,
Right.
because everybody there is on equal footing.
Right.
And some of these artists are big, and they do their big arena shows and everything, but they love and keep coming back to the Warped Tour because of that camaraderie. Not only with the creative side, the people that put on the tour and the other bands, but the fans. The fans really love that interaction.
Definitely.
That they could be checking out this stage and go to this booth and meet these artists, and then go check out this tent, and they got this and all that going on.
Mhm.
So it's going to be very, very exciting. Now, where can they find you on the web?
On the web, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at PAccurate1.
And spell that for them.
That's gonna be PACCURATE and the number 1.
Can't wait. Warped Tour, XXL Freshman of the Year. P. Acker is making those moves. The new album, Difference of Opinion, coming this fall. We're going to leave you with What You Want and Still Love. Tell us about What You Want. What's that all about?
What You Want, that's more the kickback, me not being so serious, but yet I ain't playing around style.
Man, we can't wait to see you out there on the road, doing it big. Please come on out to the Warped Tour. Meet the man himself, P. Accurate. Pick up that new XXL Freshman of the Year. More and more coming. You can stay tuned to IndiePower.com for all the latest on this great new artist. Please check him out.